Take a soft breath and ask, what message do I need most right now? When you feel ready, choose the card you're most drawn to, card 1, card 2, or card 3. And if you need a little more time, go ahead and pause the video here. If you chose card 1, your card is Door. This card shows a bright yellow door sitting inside a bold white arch. Around it, neon pink and blue marks make the doorway feel activated like something is ready to open. But you still have to recognize that it is available to you. What may be blocking your manifestation is that you are still standing outside of the version where it is already yours. You may be thinking about it, wanting it, visualizing it, hoping for it, and watching for signs of it, but part of you is still treating it like something separate from you. The Door card says the block is not that the doorway is missing. The doorway is already here. The block is the identity that keeps asking, can I really have this? Instead of entering the assumption that says, this is already connected to me. This card is asking you to notice where you keep putting your desire on the other side of life. Maybe you are waiting for perfect timing. Maybe you're waiting for more proof. Maybe you're waiting to feel completely confident before you let yourself believe. But the door does not open from waiting. It opens from inner permission. You may be closer than you think, but the old version of you is still hovering at the threshold. The part of you that wants the manifestation is ready, but the part of you that receives it may need to be claimed more fully. You are being asked to stop identifying as someone trying to get there and start identifying as someone who belongs there. The door is not teasing you. It is inviting you. But you cannot keep knocking on a reality you are meant to occupy. Your message is, stop standing outside of the reality that is already asking you to enter. If you chose card 2, your card is Story. This card shows an open book. One page is filled with a messy scribble like confusion, overthinking, or an old story that has been repeated too many times. The other page shows bright yellow stars. Like a new version of the story is already waiting to be read. Beneath the book are 2 neon lightning bolts, one blue and one pink, giving the card a feeling of sudden realization, like the moment you decide the old version is no longer the truth. What may be blocking your manifestation is the story you keep returning to when nothing is happening yet. Not the desire itself, not your worthiness, not whether it is possible. The block is the meaning you keep giving the situation. You may be saying you want something new, but your mind keeps opening the same old page. The page that says, this always happens to me. The page that says, it is probably not working. The page that says, I have to figure out what went wrong. The page that turns one delay, one silence, one old memory, or one unwanted circumstance into proof that the manifestation is not coming. But the card is showing 2 pages for a reason. The messy page is not the whole book. It is only one version of the story. The star-filled page is also there. That means a cleaner, brighter, more aligned version is available, but you cannot keep giving the scribble the final word. This card is asking you to stop narrating from the old identity. Stop explaining why it has been hard. Stop rehearsing the version where you are blocked, delayed, rejected, unseen, or almost there, but not quite. Every time you tell the old story with emotional conviction, you keep giving it life. The manifestation is not asking you to deny the past. It is asking you to stop making the past the author. You get to revise the meaning. You get to decide that what looked messy was not failure. It was contrast. It was old energy leaving. It was the part of the story that came before the shift. The book is open, which means the story is still active. It can still change. But the page you keep reading matters. Your message is, stop rereading the messy chapter when the star-filled story is already available. If you chose card 3, your card is Anchor. This card shows a strong anchor sitting in bright blue waves with small neon stars around it. The waves suggest movement, emotion, and changing circumstances, but the anchor remains steady. What may be blocking your manifestation is emotional drifting. You may know what you want. You may have chosen it. You may even feel certain for a moment. But then something in the outside world moves, delays, shifts, or does not look the way you hoped, and suddenly your whole inner state gets pulled away from the end. The anchor card is saying that your desire does not need more panic. It needs more stability. You do not have to be perfect, but you do need to stop letting every wave decide who you are. A wave can be a feeling, a silence, a number, a result, a comment, a memory, a delay, a circumstance. Something appears, and instead of staying in the chosen reality, you start asking, what does this mean? Is it still happening? Did I mess it up? This card says, the block is not the wave. The block is believing the wave has authority. Your manifestation is asking you to become anchored in the version where it is already done, not forcefully, not with fake positivity, but with a deeper inner decision that says, I know what I chose, and I do not abandon it just because the surface is moving. You may need to stop checking so much, stop measuring so much, stop turning every little outer detail into a verdict. The anchor does not ask the water for permission to stay grounded, it simply holds. This card is also a reminder that calm is not weakness. Calm is power. When you stop being thrown around by temporary appearances, your inner world becomes clear enough for the new reflection to stabilize. Your message is, your manifestation strengthens when you stop letting temporary waves pull you out of the end.